Hello, everyone, and to our Polish friends, Dzień dobry. We thought it might be nice to have a little bit of a chat together as it's 1 week until we head off to Poland and head off to explore that part of the world. So I thought it might be nice for people to find out a little bit more about Kret. He's a little bit interview shy, but we've got a few questions and we'll see how we go. So, Kret, could you tell us when did you leave Poland and how long has it been since you've been back?
Well, I left Poland in 1990, left for Czech Republic. Been there for 2.5 years. It was the greatest time in my life. Then moved to Amsterdam in Netherlands for another 2.5 years. And in 1995, in December, I came to Australia.
Hmm.
The promised land.
And how long has it been since you've been back?
10 years ago, I took my daughter to see family.
Yeah.
It was a great time. It was short. We've been all together, I think, in Poland for 3 weeks because we spent a little bit in England, and yeah, the travel time takes lots of time away, but yeah.
And what was it like for you growing up as a kid in Poland?
Well, depends how you look at it, but for me, it was great. It was chaos. It was the revolution came, how some people say counter-revolution, whatever it is. But it was a time to change the system, what we have in Poland from the communist time. But as a kid, it was great. We're climbing trees, we riding bikes. We don't have these internet phones and all this nonsense what is around us coming all the time. It's just being free as a kid when we went to be.
Yeah.
Climbing trees and hiking and just be naughty.
And people know you as Kret, and that was a nickname that you got as a child. Can you tell us how did that come about? What does that mean?
Well, I was 13 years old and was sitting in school, and it was a cartoon called Kret. Was this Czech cartoon?
Yeah.
What has been in communist time is not verbal. It's yo-ho, hey-ho, like very cute Czech one. But we have a lot of Czech and other communist countries cartoons, and Kret was, what is Kret in Polish, was this sort of person, was a little mole who have his own adventures and really different one than anything else. And I was, how they seen me, other kids in school, that I was like him, short hair, looked like he's blind all the times, never open his eyes, and always in dark and have his own pathways.
A little bit mischievous.
Yeah, something like this.
And had his way of burrowing out of trouble into adventures.
Yeah, and always get in trouble. But hey, the most important, he was a good friend and he always helped somebody else.
Okay. Excellent. What are you anticipating might be a little bit different in Poland from when you were last there?
Well, last time, 10 years ago, I was there. I didn't travel much of Poland. I was mainly spending time with my family. And already then I noticed in Poland a huge change. Maybe in Poland people don't see this, especially young people, how much it's changed. Because when I left Poland, everything was gray. Everything was broken. People stopped not trusting each other after the revolution because everybody was poor and everybody tried to make for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's sort of separate and thing. It was just sort of a bit ugly. But last time when I was there 10 years ago, it was magnificent. It's just the rebuilding and clean, and I finding people very friendly, smiling finally, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I was actually, for first time, proud of my country, of my people.
Yeah. And some of the photos that you've shown of where towns were destroyed and then have been rebuilt in the same way that they were before they were destroyed. And it shows the pride that the Polish people have in their communities.
because for Polish people, it's the more important is heritage. Who are they? Where they come from, and cherish their own ancestors, the heroes, to basically not be broken, think positively, go ahead and, preserve who are they. That's the most important.
Yeah. What countries are we going to, and what do you hope we can share with people as we travel?
Oh, you don't remember what countries we go?
Not as well as you.
Ah.
Your geography is a little better than mine.
Okay, so we're heading off from Melbourne in 25th of May. We're arriving in London, stay for a couple nights there.
Yep.
Of course, catching up with my Polish summer friends.
While we're in London, do you think we'll find Kate?
No, I think she's already swimming with the fishes.
I think we might be just dropping off flowers rather than having a
Yeah,
personal hello.
yeah.
Okay. So back to London.
Yeah, then from London we'll be heading to Poland, straight to see my family, spend time a little bit with them, then travel a little bit on south of Poland, from Katowice, Wrocław, Częstochowa, Jasna Góra, which is Black Madonna, and go to Krakow, Zakopane, Kędzierzyn-Koźle, basically going back to Wrocław, to Brzeg, to my own town when I grew up and born. Then we'll be heading to Czech Republic, to Brno, and then we'll be heading to Brno, which will be my birthday. I can't wait. That will be so much fun. Because that's where I live for 2.5 years in Brno, and my birthday will be actually on a day when I'll be there. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
And see all my friends.
Big party.
I don't see for 30 years.
Yeah.
So it'd be amazing.
Will they recognise you without your red punk mohawk?
Yeah, I'll be very loud. So
they'll work it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And then from there we're going to Bratislava. Basically, this is in Slovakia. Basically, we will only be in Bratislava in Slovakia. I hope myself that will be interviewing people about what's going on right now. What's a few days ago, Prime Minister got assassinated because he was outspoken against the whole COVID nonsense, NATO, World Health Organization, and so on. And he copped it. He copped it, the big shit, and so on. So we'll be there, and then from there we're going to Hungary in Budapest. I can't wait. I've been last time there in 1986, and I loved it. It was fantastic. So yeah, I can't wait there. And from Hungary we'll be heading to Novi Sad. From Budapest to Novi Sad, which is in Serbia. This is the first bigger city after Hungary. So that will be hanging out with my friend Sloba, known as the Northside. He's a great man, and I can't wait to see him. So I promised him I'm going to visit him, and we're doing it. So I'm very happy. Then later on, we're going to Belgrade, which is capital city of Serbia, and another good friend who's going to catch up. From there, we're going to see some other cities in Serbia. From there, we're going to Montenegro. In Montenegro, oh my God, I think it'll be a great time. And we'll be spending a bit of actually time there. I think up to 2 weeks, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a small country. It's just slightly bigger than Melbourne. But it's mountains and sea and the culture and the old buildings and people and so on. So I think that will be just great relaxation place.
Yeah.
From there, we'll be going to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yes. Between that, we'll be flying as well to Zagreb in Croatia to hit Warsaw on the 1st of August to celebrate 80th anniversary of Warsaw Uprising. I would love to attend this, and I want to honor our heroes who fight for our freedom. We lost it, that battle, but give us the courage, and that is the most important. Even if you lost the battle, you still can fight, and because these people gave us the courage, and we all remember that, and it's very important to us.
And that's going to be a big celebration, isn't it?
Oh yes, it will be there, and then we'll fly back to Zagreb, was in Croatia, go back to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then travel there a little bit longer because Schengen only allows us to have 90 days, which is so many countries in Europe, but you are allowed to be 90 days, which is 3 months. It's like you've been in one country. That is a bit nonsense to me because it's like it's impossible to see Europe, 29 countries or something, or 28, I can't remember now. But yeah, that is it's impossible. But anyway, we'll be going to Bosnia and Herzegovina, spend a little bit of time there, going to different towns, see Sarajevo, which is capital city of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Then we'll head south of Croatia and slowly along the coast, traveling north, and eventually enter Slovenia, which is not a beautiful country and is very close to Alps and Austria and so on. That will be another adventure. And then we're going through the Austria, Vienna, and head back to Poland and going to north of Poland, north of Poland, the sea of the Gdańsk, Sopot, Gdynia, which is called Tri-City. That's right. We're going first to Bydgoszcz. I forgot about it.
Don't forget the bison.
When do you want to eat bison burgers?
No, I want to
this
see
is so
the
wrong,
bison.
but no, she told me otherwise. She won't eat them.
No.
But anyway, and then we're going to, when we'll be north in Gdańsk, we're going to pop into Toruń, which is beautiful old city. It's well, that's actually Copernicus was living there, and ACC city. That's where he discovered the whole that we know center of the universe and so on, and he solves.
Yeah. So we'll be doing a few historical stories. We'll be showing some footage of the scenery, capturing some of the history.
Yes.
And hoping to do some interviews over there too.
Yes, we hope we'll find lots of good people who are willing to talk to us.
Yeah.
In English, so it's for you guys, so you can have a bit of understanding how the people see these days the world, as we are struggling right now with this whole nonsense with the control and system, to see how they're actually dealing with this stuff, what they're thinking about it, because that most of the countries we go, this was post-communist countries, and they've been oppressed, they've been controlled, they got free, and now they're going back to the old crap, which is European Union opposing them, this nonsense, basically, the control. So
there's lots happening in Poland at the moment, isn't there? The farming community have been on strike for a couple of months. Can you give us a little bit of a scenario as to what's happening there and what they're protesting about?
Well, this protest going on all over Europe, and this is basically not just Poland, but other countries. This is all about the green agenda. How in Australia people know 2030, just new aurora and just eating bugs and basically complying. And farmers, talking Poland, they're striking against this. And why they're striking that? Because when it's in the Ukrainian war started with Russia, Poland took lots of refugees, 2 million refugees, over 8 million people cross Poland. They got sheltered by not camps, not by government, but actually by the people. And that's the big thing. But it's eventually changed because the European Union pushed it on lots of European countries like Poland, that the stuff, the food, the grains, mainly grain coming from Ukraine, they don't have any pay taxes cross border. They're exempt. They're bringing the food from Ukraine, what is not standard to the European Union, and that's why Polish farmers and other ones striking and fighting against it, because under European Union law, their food have to grow called healthy way. So it's cost lots of money for farmers to putting in investment to grow according to the law, but Ukrainian were sending the food to rest of the Europe and rest of the world don't have to have this regulation because they're not part of it. And European Union call the government, say, well, we're helping the Ukraine to fight the war, so they need the money. But that's not true because this money doesn't stay in Ukraine. This money is going directly to the Western countries because Ukrainian farmers don't own the land. They maybe have a 10, 15% of the land is Ukrainians, but the rest belongs to oligarchs, to the richest companies in the world. You know, so people are upset about it because they can't sell the food. They can't sustain. So they grow the food and they have to sell for cheaper, and then they're actually putting money into it rather than making money. And that's not the way of farming. Plus, Polish people and other people that don't want to have a food sent from Ukraine or Brazil or somewhere else, which is so cheap and so toxic, and they want to eat the local food. They want to go to the market. For example, pineapple coming from Venezuela, Brazil, and so on, cost $5. The taxation, international, so many companies they have to pay the taxes and but on the end you're going to buy a carrot and cost you $6, which is local. It doesn't make sense. It's like how local food can cost more money than something from other side of the world. It's not fair. That's why the farmers are fighting it.
Yeah. I think it made it clearer for me too when you explained that in Poland the farmers all have small plots of land.
Yes.
So there's lots of farmers having very small plots, almost like extended family plots, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Whereas in some other farming communities, more like Australia or Ukraine, it's bigger farms and more corporation sort of
Yes, that's right.
styles,
Yeah,
rather than the extended family
Yeah.
farms that they have in Poland.
yeah. In Poland, most of the farmers are just basically a few acres here and there, and they have if it's a cattle or is grain or whatever is grain, they're all small and they can't compete with these giant international companies who they never even visit particular countries, but they're making business because they're investing in. So it's a corruption. It's a corruption.
What Polish dish are you looking forward to trying first when we're over in Poland?
I was thinking about it, and I think I want a Polish platter.
A Polish platter?
Yes.
You're going for a taste of everything?
Yes, I want a
Is that like a Polish buffet?
Yes, I want a Polish pierogis from cheese and potatoes, what's called ruskie pierogi.
Yeah.
Then I want to have the classic Polish one would love it, the pork and the mushrooms and cabbage in it and so on. Then I want a gołąbki, which is like a cabbage roast, but it's amazing. It's just like melting in the mouth. It's like, oh, I want it now. I'm hungry. Then I want the hunter stew, which we call in Poland bigos, and a few other things like, Polish potato cake, which is slightly different. It's not mashed potato, sloppy, burn stuff. It's just actually grated and just in perfection. And I want a Polish schnitzel, which is made of pork and it's juicy, not this dry chicken farm from cage stuff.
I think we're going to explode.
Oh, yeah. So when we come back to Australia, we'll be very, very fat.
Do you know the passwords and the codes to all of our luggage and our travel apps?
I think so.
That's very good to know.
There's just so much. It's because so many accounts and this and security and this. I'm overlapping everything. That is fine. I remember. It's just one problem will be when you get in there, it's all registered to our call phone numbers. So it will be tricky if I forget something or how they do requesting. Oh, can you identify who are you? It's like, oh my God, now you're going. But it's always around. There is no panic about that.
All right. And how's Wendy's Polish language lessons going?
Disaster. Let's go.
I can do jeden, diva, pięć. That's 1, 2, 5. 3 and 4 are a little tricky.
Because she can say Other ones, I'll tell you in Polish how is it from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She only can do 1 to 5.
Yeah. And my do widzenia.
No, sorry, we don't go into prison. She says do widzenia. She tried to say do widzenia. That is
See ya.
That is a goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, not goodbye, but see
apparently-
ya. But she's saying to prison.
My proszę.
Proszę is a little pig, baby pig.
No, I'm trying to say please.
No.
What's please?
Proszę.
Proszę.
Yeah. Proszę.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Proszę.
She got it. Because otherwise she'd say proszę. And proszę is a little pig.
Yeah. Okay. Lots of language adventures, I'm sure. Any strategies you have of managing someone who's getting incredibly restless and sick of being on a plane on a long haul flight?
Yes, knock her off. And she sleeps.
Okay. I'm sure we won't have any problems.
Hey, come on. We'll start from Melbourne and she wake up in London. Forget about Dubai, Brunei, and other places. She will just sleep.
Okay. Looking forward to having many adventures with you over the next few months.
That will be adventures, definitely.
We hope we can bring you some laughs and some information and some learnings alongside with us as we head off in the next week. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.